Hey everyone, my name is Dani and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to film this video. I don't know why I put my hands up in the air like this. I don't know guys, it's day 6 of quarantine here and today's video is going to be on 50 things that I no longer buy, and most likely you don't need to buy these 50 things either. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I would say that I'm on a journey to live life with more intention and be more mindful about the things that I am bringing into my life, wanting only those that are really giving me some kind of significant value that I actually need. And I think that serves us with so many benefits in life, but I'd say the big one in general is just a lot less clutter, and not just physically, obviously, you know, the physical benefits of having just more space and having a nicer, cleaner environment, but also mentally, just having less things to think about or worry about. We don't realize that actually on a daily basis, all the stuff in our life, it takes a lot of mental energy just to think about the stuff, think about how we've got to keep up with the latest trends and what we need to buy next and what we need to do next to keep looking a certain way. And it's just a whole lot of energy that we could be using to do, you know, something else of value that we love. It's just less emotionally draining when you're not constantly trying to keep up with trends and keep up with other people and always thinking you need the next new big shiny thing. Obviously financially we can save a ton of money. I think we often purchase things to provide us with a sense of security, and in some instances things do provide us with a sense of security, but the reality is that we'll never be able to buy enough stuff to feel secure. There's no such thing as it. Possessions never really do provide security, and all they really do is take up a bunch of space, which is kind of pointless. Another huge advantage to buying less stuff is the environment. Obviously, you can help out the environment in such a big way just by minimizing your consumption of things. You often buy things for your dream or ideal self, I guess you could say, thinking that when you have these certain possessions, you'll become this, you know, X person. You'll become this person that you want to be. But really that comes from in here, it comes from within, and is not something you can buy, but is rather part of your mental and emotional personal growth, really, if we're gonna get deep about it. This video is not extreme by any measure. It's definitely very accessible for your everyday person just looking to declutter and bring more intention into your life. I'm not someone who's gonna be like, hey guys, so you really don't need a bed. Don't go out and buy a bed. Don't go out and buy food. Don't go out and buy a phone. Like, you just don't buy anything. And it's not about having nothing in your life to have a more minimalistic approach to it. It's just about bringing things in with intention, really. So I've broken these 50 things up into a few different categories. First category is beauty. We've then got hygiene, household products, clothing and accessories, tech products, food and drink, and then just other miscellaneous things. So first up with beauty, I never thought, you know, my teenage self would never in a million years think I'll be saying this one, but makeup is something that I no longer really buy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but I've almost completely stopped wearing makeup now. I'll wear the odd bit of mascara and sometimes a BB cream, but that's about it. I know this might sound dramatic, but genuinely I've felt so much more free since I've stopped wearing makeup. I feel like I don't have to keep up with the current trends, and I'm definitely spending a lot less money. My skin is also a lot better, and it can breathe. So instead I've been focusing more on skincare and just taking care of my skin health in general, so that way I can have a nice looking complexion without having to cover it up all the time. The next thing I've given up is makeup wipes. Makeup wipes just aren't really necessary. They are convenient, but you know, I can just use a flannel. Do you guys know what a flannel is? I don't know if that's a Kiwi word. It's a face cloth. I can just use a flannel and my face wash and don't need makeup wipes. Hairstyling tools. So for me this one was hard initially because I was so used to straightening my hair every single day, but since breaking that habit my hair has been so much healthier and less frizzy, like just on its own after a wee while. So yeah, I now don't ever straighten my hair. I also don't use a hair dryer or any curling tools or anything of that nature, and I just let my hair, you know, be natural, and I love it, and it saves so much more time in the mornings too. I no longer buy any perfumes. So perfumes can have some really strong chemicals in them that can have shown to be disruptive to our hormones and just not great for our overall health. I just don't find them necessary, and they also give me a headache. Another thing is that you never actually really see a full list of ingredients in the perfume bottle because each company is trying to keep that certain scent a secret so others don't just copy them, so it's actually really difficult to find all the ingredients anyway, and it's just something that I don't feel like I need in my life. A nice alternative is essential oils, which can be used for a range of different things and yeah, make you smell good too. In regards to dyeing my hair, I used to bleach it every single month, and now I only go to the hairdressers maybe 3 times a year at the most, so I have more of a natural kind of beachy ombre kind of hair color now, so it doesn't look too drastic when it starts to grow out. It actually looks quite nice. Yeah, so that's been something that saves me a lot of money and also means my hair gets a lot less damaged too. I also stopped getting my nails done. So this is another thing like perfumes where, you know, there's a lot of chemicals involved. Generally, we don't know what they're actually putting onto our nails, and for me it was just an unnecessary expense. Yeah, I'm totally fine having just bare natural nails. Saves me money and time, and another thing that I don't have to put my mental energy into. The next category is hygiene. The first one in this one is Q-tips. I used to buy these. I don't know why. Apparently they're really bad for your ears anyway. You're not supposed to really put anything into your ears, so I stopped doing that, stopped buying them. Disposable razors. This is something that I no longer buy. So I've got a metal razor that's lasting me years and years, and I just change over the blades every so often. But I am also getting laser hair removal, so hopefully at some point I won't even need to use a razor, and I use one very infrequently anyway, so the blades do last. Like a single blade lasts me a number of months easily. Mouthwash. This is just something that I personally don't think that you need. This next one I want to talk about because I feel like a lot of people don't know about this, and it is something called pink tax. So what this is purchasing the female version of male products is actually more expensive. I thought I had it tough enough as a woman, but now I've got to pay more for my deodorant and my razor. I mean, it's not fair. And they literally do the exact same job. Half the time they just put a pink color on it and call it a woman's so-and-so. So that's a little tip for you guys not to buy the woman's version of things, as it often is just an unnecessary expense and usually costs more than the men's. Menstrual products is something that I don't buy anymore. So I'm on the pill at the moment, so I don't actually have a need for menstrual products with how I use it. But if I did, I would definitely use one of the Diva cups. Yeah, so I would use a menstrual cup, and obviously pads and tampons are pretty bad for the environment, so if you can avoid those, that is going to be awesome. Plastic toothbrushes. Definitely don't buy those anymore, so it's just bamboo toothbrushes all the way, and I feel like that's becoming pretty mainstream now too, which is really cool to see. Travel sized products. So this one can be easy to want to do because yes, they are so convenient, and being someone who does travel frequently, I do like travel sized products, but what I've done is I've found a few old bottles lying around that I had that can be used for my travel size products, and then I just refill them with my products that I always use anyway. The next category is household, and the first thing I've stopped purchasing in this category is a different type of cleaner for each purpose or room or whatever. It's honestly the biggest money making thing ever. You can use a general purpose cleaner for so many things, so either just buy one of those or you can just make your own cleaners yourself at home. A TV, I don't own a TV or really plan to buy one, although in saying that, our computers basically are our TVs nowadays. Everyone watches Netflix from the laptop and the quality is pretty good and all of that, so yeah. Home decor and random little knickknacks. It's often tempting to buy this kind of stuff. You see something in Kmart or whatever homeware store it may be and think, oh my gosh, that is so cute. But really, I feel like you get sick of these things super quickly. They don't really tend to last and you kind of just get bored of them. They don't serve a real purpose. Personally, I find that for me, my space is so much more calming and relaxing to come home to if there is space, and if I have more of like a simple layout with my bedroom and the things I have in it, it makes me feel good not having a ton of trinkets and that kind of thing around. Decorative pillows. Yep, there's decorative pillows right here, although I did not buy these. I'm at my parents' house right now. I did not buy these. But yeah, I don't know, they're cute, but you just don't need them. Fabric softener. Honestly, I feel like this doesn't really even make much of a difference and can also damage a lot of your clothing too if you put the wrong type of clothing in with it. So I'd rather just not have to worry about it. Air fresheners. Once again, you can just use essential oils, and I prefer to use something that has a whole range of purposes than just one, and something with a lot less chemicals is nice to use too. Plastic wrap in the kitchen. Haven't brought any of this stuff in a while. I have made a couple of reusable at home beeswax wraps, which does the job perfectly fine. I don't buy straws anymore. I think a lot of us know just how bad they are for the environment now, especially for our sea life. So you won't be seeing me purchase straws, and yeah, they're just not necessary. The reusable ones are alright, the wooden ones are quite good, but I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase them. I no longer buy like one-off single-use containers or bits of plastic really. I'll just try to, if I do get something like that, it will be like a long-term solution for a lunch box, and yeah, something that I can store my food in for the long haul, and something that I can reuse. Yes, I have moved locations. It was too loud outside. Okay, so here we are. Next category, clothing and accessories. So this is a big one for me. Whenever I have a big party or event or ball or anything major like that on, I definitely like to get a new outfit and be feeling my best for it. But as many of us know, half the time you buy a new outfit and wear it once and then it sits in your wardrobe forever, and that obviously is like such a big waste, both environmentally and just for your wallet too. So what I like to do is I like to rent special occasion outfits. So I'll rent a dress if there's something that I really want it for, although usually this is like a couple times a year, but that saves me buying something that I won't use again, and also it's just better for the environment, means a bunch of different girls can get to wear the garment too and it doesn't go to waste. Fast fashion. So fast fashion has a huge impact on the environment. The fast fashion clothing textiles or materials are often very, very low quality. They wear out fast, they don't last, and then most of them just end up in landfill, which is so bad for our environment. So I try to avoid fast fashion as much as I can, although, you know, in an ideal world we would all purchase sustainable made clothing, but it often is more expensive. So this isn't something that I always do, but I just try to do it when I can, but I definitely understand it is a luxury. I've stopped buying trendy or seasonal pieces because these tend to go out of fashion quite quickly, and then we don't end up getting long-term wear out of them. So instead I like to purchase very classic pieces that I know are going to last me a long time and I can see myself wearing for years and years to come, and I don't think I'll get sick of them. I've stopped buying handbags just because I don't really need them. I just feel like if you've got one bag, you don't really need another one. Scarves is another thing. I feel like, you know, that's just something you don't need. Just, you know, if you've got one plain scarf in your wardrobe, that should do the job. Same thing with belts. I don't actually think I own any belts, and I don't intend to purchase them. Heels. So I no longer buy heels. I don't own any heels, and shoes in general. I only have a few pairs of shoes in my wardrobe, but they're ones that I wear like literally all of the time, and I will wear them until they break down and I cannot wear them any longer, and they all also go with pretty much any outfit. So yeah, I'm definitely a sneakers and Birkenstocks kind of gal. Jewelry. So I don't really buy jewelry anymore. This necklace is one of the like 2 or 3 necklaces I own, and then I just have a few rings which are sentimental and special to me. I don't buy cheap jewelry at all, which, you know, it doesn't last. Watches. I feel no need to buy a watch. I can check the time on my phone. The only reason I would buy a watch would be for aesthetics, and I don't really see the point in that. So yeah, don't buy watches. The next category is tech. So tech wise, I try to not feel the need to buy like the latest and greatest thing. Obviously we all like new stuff and like our technology to work, but I don't feel tempted to buy the new iPhone every time it comes out or anything like that. So I only buy tech as I need it. I also don't buy extended warranties on electrical products because I literally do not see the purpose in doing so. I think it's just a waste of money, and you're usually going to be covered by the Consumer Guarantees Act anyway if something breaks. The last thing in the tech category is subscriptions. So that is both like app-based subscriptions in games and subscriptions online. Moving on to food and drink. The first one is soda. I used to drink a lot of soda, and Sprite and Fanta were probably my favorites. I was never really a big Coke kind of gal, but these things are just, you know, full of sugar, terrible for your health, and we don't need them. So I do not buy fizzy drinks anymore. I also don't purchase any coffee, both store-bought coffee or coffee beans to make coffee at home. I just don't drink coffee. I don't buy any meats or really many animal products at all. I do have a little bit of dairy, and occasionally will eat fish, but this is very limited. I don't buy chicken, pork or beef, so not buying these animal products helps the environment in a big way. I don't buy plastic water bottles. I try to avoid this at all costs, and I do so by carrying around my trusty reusable water bottle with me literally everywhere I go. I don't buy pre-prepared food. For example, fruit cut up in a plastic container. This is just really wasteful and also a lot more expensive. Vitamins and supplements. So this is something that I tend not to purchase. It can get very expensive, and people can spend, you know, a lot of money buying all these different types of supplements. You know your body better than me, and you should speak to a licensed professional around what you and your body needs, because I don't know that. That may be different than what I need. But for me, I'll occasionally have some vitamin B12 and vitamin C. But in general, I mean, I feel like if I eat a balanced diet, I get all the nutritional needs that I personally require. Now we've made it to the final category, the other or miscellaneous category. In general, I have tried to stop buying so many things new and instead buy secondhand where I can, which just means one less thing had to get made for my consumption. Another thing I stopped doing is impulse purchases. I rarely do any impulse purchases nowadays. I have an ongoing list of things that I genuinely need, and I don't really find myself impulse purchasing clothing or anything like that. And anything that I do bring into my life, I have thought about for a long time and know that it's something I really, really want and can see adding value to my life in some way. Another thing is upgrades, deals in store. For example, like a buy one pair of shoes, get your second pair half price, which is tempting, I know, but I just ask myself, do I genuinely need another pair of shoes, and if I don't, then I probably shouldn't take up the deal. And that brings me on to the next one, just anything on sale in general. So many of us either only buy things when they're on sale or buy too much of something just because it's on sale. But you've just got to ask yourself, is this something that I need? So I don't base my purchases on sales anymore, and I find that in the long run it does actually save me money because I'm purchasing less things. Yes, maybe if I purchased everything on a sale I'd get a better deal, but I would still end up buying more products. So I only buy something now when I genuinely love it. To me it doesn't matter if it's on sale or not. If I can afford the item and I have a valid reason for really wanting it, then I will buy it regardless if it's on sale or not. New vehicles. So I've never bought a new car in my life, and I never plan to buy a new car in my life either. Cars are never really a good investment. Their purchase price goes down significantly in just a couple of years, so I won't be buying a new vehicle anytime soon. I think you can get some great vehicles secondhand. It's just not a wise investment in my opinion. So I no longer purchase any physical books, and that is because I have a Kindle. So I'm fortunate enough to own one of those, or else I wouldn't be able to do that if I wanted books, obviously. So I do understand that is a luxury, but that has been something that has enabled me to buy books online only, which is obviously awesome for all the trees out there. Magazines. I don't even know, have I purchased a magazine in my life? Maybe like a girlfriend magazine. If any of you guys are in Australia or New Zealand, let me know if when you were younger you used to buy the girlfriend magazines, because those are the ones that I remember. And also, was it Dolly? Was that the other one? That was kind of the racier mag for the teens, for the teen girls out there. But yeah, magazines are not something that I ever, feel the need to buy now. Another miscellaneous is multiple phone cases. You see people that have like 100 different phone cases, and I mean, why? It's just not, in my opinion, necessary. I just have one phone case, which is a life-proof case to protect my phone. So it has a job or a duty, and it's not just there to look pretty, because yeah, I just think that's more plastic that we don't need. Souvenirs. It's always nice to take a souvenir away with you from a holiday, but I've stopped putting my focus on souvenirs and have focused more on experiences that I can have in certain places, and just taking those memories and photos with me rather than purchasing trinkets which don't tend to last or break and things like that as well. So yeah, experiences over things 100%. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the 50 things that I no longer buy. Doing this has helped me to simplify my life and really connect with what is truly important to me. So I do encourage you guys to do the same. Let me know in the comments what items you no longer purchase. And on the flip side, let me know what items you just could not live without. For me, I'd say probably my phone, my laptop and my computer, so all electronics, but yeah, I get a lot of use out of those things on my day-to-day. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.